Hi, everybody, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. You know, through the years, a lot of years, we have lost here, and those losses have come in all shapes and sizes. And this one takes on an identity, too, as the Browns are outpointed by the Ravens 23-20. Now, listen, we knew the rules coming into this game. If you lose this one, marks 4 losses in a row and really puts your playoff opportunities, certainly your division run, very, very much in jeopardy, if not remote. We have arrived at that position as the Browns now drop to 2-5 on the season. They started out like a house of fire, went right down the field and scored on a Nick Chubb touchdown run, and the Browns held on to the lead in the first half until the second quarter and about midway through the second quarter where the game started to turn. The offense that flowed so smoothly in the beginning of the game suddenly was in trouble. And yes, there was that problem on special teams once again. The Browns gave up a 46-yard punt return by Devin Duvernay that set the Ravens up for their first touchdown of the game, and by halftime, Baltimore had taken the lead and the Browns were forced to chase the rest of the afternoon. Suddenly, the Browns were in trouble once again when Jacoby Brissett was strip-sacked in the pocket. Baltimore recovered and on a short field turned that in to another touchdown, and the Browns were down by 10. But remember, these Ravens are not a lock this year when they have a lead late. Remember, in their 3 losses, they have blown big leads, and it almost happened again. Kareem Hunt made it tight. They were down by 3. And then the Browns were victimized by 2 really questionable soft calls after they had recovered a fumble and staged a final drive, which started at their own 16-yard line. Amari Cooper is hit with offensive pass interference very, very close to the goal line, which it looks as though the Browns are going to take the lead in the game with just under 2 minutes to go. And then the killer was when they lined up for a field goal, they got called for a false start when it looked as though the Ravens had 2 players move, but nobody moved on the other side, specifically the Browns, although John Harbaugh said after the game the ruling was that the Browns center Charlie Hewlett might have moved the football, and that brought the flag out. The bottom line is this: it's another heartbreaking loss, and a team that is really puzzled and frustrated right now and wondering what is left of their season. At 2-5 with a Halloween Monday night game coming up against the Cincinnati Bengals, I mean, where are we right now? Are we just a spoiler for teams that will come in and try and make a playoff run themselves? Are we a team now that's just going to have to wait until early December when Deshaun Watson comes in and is eligible to become the Browns quarterback for the final 6 games? I don't think any of us ever thought that with the talent on this roster, that would we be sitting right now at 2 wins and 5 losses on the year. But you are what your record says, and the Browns are there right now in a big hole at 2-5 with the Bengals coming into town a week from Monday on Halloween night. And the Browns continue to look for answers. And the biggest answer is, how do they win? How do they close out a game? How do they become clutch in the final stages of a game and pull one out that might turn the season around? Maybe not all the way to get them into the playoffs, but at least turn the mood around and get them to the point where they become confident with the lead or the ability to come back and win again. A very disappointing Sunday afternoon in Baltimore. A winnable game? You bet. But they didn't win again. Ravens win it 23-20 over the Browns. For WKYC.com, I'm Jim Donovan.